In this video, I'm going to show you how to add some buttons to your scene and have those buttons do different things. Previously, we added buttons on the Z-axis, and we only had one button, usually, that did one thing, like start the game or retry. Adding multiple buttons is a little bit different. So I have a scene here. I created this scene in Blender using 3D modeling. You can create your own scene using PowerPoint or Google Slides and then exporting that as a JPEG and importing that as a plane, as we discussed in the previous video. But I'm going to show you how to create your buttons if you have a camera that's offset here like this. So the first thing I'm going to do is create a new collection over here by clicking this new collection button. I'm going to call this backdrop. What I'm going to do is I'm going to gather, shift click my elements and drag those into the backdrop collection. So I have my golem and I have my grass. And what this is going to allow me to do is just to hide those really quickly while I'm creating my HUD, my heads up display. So I'm actually going to create a new collection and call that HUD, heads up display. So let's add some text here. If I press Shift A and then text, that will add text flat on the Z-axis. If I expand this menu over here where it says add text, you'll see by default it's aligned to the world. If I click on that and say align to view, it's actually going to rotate the text to face towards me. Now if I show my backdrop, you'll see the text is actually kind of embedded into the backdrop. So if I press G and then Z, grab and then Z axis, that'll allow me to drag the text closer to me along the local Z axis of the text. I can tab into edit mode for this text. I can say you see a golem. Tab out of edit mode. Maybe drag this over here. I can apply some materials to this. Maybe I have a text material already. And let's add some options. Now I can make some pretty buttons to go along with this. I'm just going to make some very default buttons for this right now. So I'm going to press Shift A and add text. I'm going to rotate the alignment to view. I'm going to press GZ to drag that towards me, and then just G to drag it down here, and tab, and I'll say hit it. Maybe that's one option. I can hit the golem. And I'll add Shift A text, align it to my view, GZ to drag it towards me a little bit. I'll say run away. Tab out of edit mode. I'm going to push that back a little bit so it's about the same size as hit it. Yep, that works. And I'll apply my text material here. Maybe I want all my text to have the same material. Now you could assign keyboard actions to these. Maybe I put like the H in parentheses, so to indicate kind of if you press H, you'll hit it. If you press R, you'll run away. So that's one option. The other option is to use the mouse to click on these. So in order to do that, here's my scene so far. If I press P for play, the mouse is actually visible already. This was logic that I added previously. But if you don't have this logic, the mouse is invisible by default. So we actually have to add logic to show the mouse. So I like to do that on the camera. I'll add an always sensor. So whenever this camera is active, always change the visibility of the mouse to visible and connect that up. Alright, so now if I press P for play, I have my visible mouse. So now what I want to do is be able to click on these. So what we did previously is we selected an object, say hit it, and say mouse. If I click the left button, I want to change the scene, set scene to maybe bad ending. But what we didn't realize before, or what wasn't an issue before, is this left button click will trigger no matter where we click on the screen. So what do I mean by that? So if I select runaway and add mouse click and then scene actuator set scene good ending and then press play, you will expect, okay, if I hit it, I'm going to the bad ending. If I run away, I'm going to go to the good ending. But if I try to run away, I end up at the bad ending. That's because these logic nodes fire in the order that they were created. So this one, because it was created first, fires. The left button was clicked, I go to the bad ending. The left button was clicked, I go to the good ending. Well, I never get to this one since the bad ending one executed first. So what do we have to do? We actually have to add additional logic to say, okay, only fire this action if the mouse is over the button and I click. These are two separate events. You might think they're linked. Okay, if I click, I'm clearly clicking on hit it, but the logic editor looks at it as two separate events. You clicked and you're over the object, so then we should fire bad ending. In order to do this, what we actually have to do is we have to assign physics to our text objects. If I go to the physics right here, you'll see the physics type is set to no collision, which means it's not even checking if the mouse is over it or not. So if I set this to static physics type, I can do this for runaway too, static physics type, then what I can do is add an additional sensor. For hit it, I'm going to say mouse event mouse over and link that together. So if the mouse is over text3 and the mouse is clicked, we're going to go to the bad ending. I'll do the same for run away. If the mouse is over run away and the mouse is clicked, two separate sensors, then we're going to go to the good ending. So let's try this out. So if I hit it, nothing happens. You'd be like, Mr. Sexton, you said this was going to work. I forgot a step. In order for collisions to work, will collision bounds work? I don't think collision bounds will work. Nope. We actually have to convert this object to a mesh. Convert to mesh. And do the same thing for runaway. Convert to mesh. All right. So we've converted both of these text objects to meshes. We've added physics to them, and we have all of our logic in place. One final time. Hit it. Bad ending. Run away. Good ending. All right. So now here's the whole game in its entirety. Find a treasure. Press P to play. Press P. You see a golem. Run away. Good ending. Yay. That concludes this demonstration. Happy blending.